Grand rising, wonderful souls. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and it's really good to have you here. If you are a returning OG subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. I've really been called to get out the Palo Santo and like sage and rosemary and things like that to give this place a good cleanse, and to like use Florida water. There's something here about cleansing something off. The dream download that I had was of walking a child home, and I was walking past a daycare centre that I didn't recognise, because I work with kids for such a long time that I do sometimes dream of my old workplaces, and this place I didn't recognise, and it was a summer's day. It was a really nice weather, and this kid had just like left kindergarten because he was no more than about 2.5, 3, and he decided to cross the road and was walking with me, and I didn't know if he was supposed to be walking with me or not. And we had got halfway down the road and we had to turn back, and we had to walk together and cut through the park and take him back to this daycare centre. So I don't know if there's some sort of message here about walking your inner child home, or walking a child home. And it's either you weren't supposed to walk this child home, or there was something you were supposed to do before that inner child goes home. Let's find out, okay? We've got this going off. Going absolutely crazy right now. Luck is on your side is what I'm hearing. Luck is on your side. Oh, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the support that you have shown to this channel, to creating the community that we have in that live chat down below, and to just the support that you have shown for Loku's Dog and Cat Care Rescue, which is the GoFundMe that I have going on down below. And that I'll keep it quite short, because otherwise I'll be here forever talking about them. They are wonderful souls. They take care of street dogs and street cats in Sri Lanka. They are the only shelter in the east coast of Sri Lanka, so people just are dumping animals by the truckload, like by the box load daily, and they struggle because they don't get any government assistance in any way, shape or form. So any donations that come through, they really are needed. If you can't afford to donate, if you could just copy that link and share it with all of your friends, with all your family, with all people that you know love fur babies, because the more awareness we get out, the more love we get back, right? So if you're interested in that, have a look down below. Now let's see what's coming out with this walking the child home. Walking the child home. So what came out so far was May. So something may be happening in May, or there may be a child called May. And should I take this one? Yes. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. There's something here with, why do I get and good news is coming out? Good news. Why did I hear pitter patter above me? Something important like a new job or raise. An exciting event is coming out as well. Opportunity or windfall is coming out as well. My goodness, you guys. Whatever's going on with walking this inner child home, a decision that you made to turn back. It's like a changing direction, or going back and going, well, you don't belong with me, you're not supposed to be with me, has actually gone in your favor. It's gone in your favor. I heard a trick or a trap, but I've opened it to February, success, and then you have affairs with your family is underneath as well. I don't know if you've just sidestepped something very big and you didn't even realize, and it's because of do you want me to leave these out? No. Okay. I don't know if there may have been something that you've been working through, and I know that's very vague, but what I'm getting is whatever design that was made for you to fall, you've sidestepped it. How did you sidestep this? Oh my gosh, that just hit me straight in the third eye. It literally hit me straight in the third eye. And look what it says, problems to be resolved. Shut the front door. You also have dissatisfaction with life. So you may have had problems that needed to be resolved when it came to almost like the road that you were on, maybe the path that you were on, people that were on this path with you, walking down this it's as much as it's a country lane and I'm sure it's very brightly lit, the fact that you have a smashed cup there, This is like the Ace of Cups being broken or being in reverse. You also have over here a pot that's knocked over. Again, another Ace of Cups in reverse. Somebody was aware that they weren't happy with certain aspects of their life, and rather than ignoring them or pretending they weren't there or just going along with it, you challenged something here. You challenged something here, and by doing so, look at that. Position of authority. You placed yourself in a position of authority in your own life, in your own relationships, relationship with self, with your path, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So anything that may have been set to kind of make you fail, whether that is in this 3D tangible realm of people like gossiping all about your secrets, or it was something more esoteric and magical, or whatever that was, it didn't work out the way that it would have for anyone who was trying to pull you down in the first place, because you'd done so much inner healing, and that was 555, that you were able, there's something about awareness, being very aware of what things needed to be sacrificed, certain things that needed to be sacrificed. And it's almost like walking that inner child home, or walking that child home. For someone specific, it may actually have been taking care of somebody else's child. That's a really specific message there. I don't know if you were babysitting for someone and you were like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I can't do it anymore, or I don't feel comfortable doing that anymore. And doing so, you've actually sidestepped a very, very big like accusation or drama that would have come towards you. You would have been embroiled in something here, and moving away from that and going, I'm not doing that anymore, was for your own safety. I heard it was a really good choice. For others, this is just you making decisions in your life that are for you. It may be representative, I can't even say the word, of you listening to your inner child, listening to what your inner child needs. And because in the dream download that I had, that child was having a bit of a strop. They were throwing a bit of a tantrum. They were annoyed about something here, and they'd kind of gone off by themselves. And it wasn't that a teacher came out or a kindergarten teacher had come out and passed the child over and was like, you're now walking this child home. It was more that this child had just left of their own devices. And I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And started walking with them. And I feel like someone here has been able to see the red flags in a relationship, the red flags in some sort of situation or situationship, I was going to say, and has decided for their own like well-being, mental health, physical health, whatever it may be, to see the red flag and go, okay, that's a red flag. I'm not going any further. Well done. Problems to be resolved. I'm going to pop it over there. Now I can hear, I know why I'm hearing pitter pattering. It's because the ravens are waiting for me to feed them. So give me 1 second. Okay, they have been fed. Well, I've put the food out. I'm sure I still hear them jumping about. Let's pop this down over here. I find it really interesting that I use certain objects to kind of hold up the card. So for example, very random, I'm using the box that this microphone came in, and the way that I have it is so that the cards can be up like this and I can see what's going on. Where I've just put the dissatisfaction with life card cracked up is on a candle, the candle that I have burning, which is for luck, for fast luck. So I feel like there may have been something that helped someone to decide which path really wasn't for them. It's almost like having that friend or having that job where there are always problems or there's always issues within the relationship, professional or not. And no matter how many times you go to HR, or no matter how many times you sit down and have that conversation with a person, talking about boundaries or talking about, giving them advice or whatever it may be, nothing ever happens from it. It never goes any further than that. And either they're always stuck in that energy, or you're always stuck with a team or with co-workers who do not want to pull their weight. There's something here about not wanting to pull their weight. And so it makes someone here feel unlucky, or it makes someone feel like they are, something about being down on your luck. moving away from this person or making this choice, it's changed your luck. It's literally changing your luck. It's changing the trajectory of where you're going. Now, we have here coming out, obstacles to overcome, beware of great pride, and then you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift, and it was in reverse. So I do feel like moving away from whatever this was, this trick, this trap, whoever the people are. And the thing is with the trick and trap, I don't really get that you had like a massive opponent or you had this massive like enemy or anything like that. I feel it was more that there may have been people, places, things that were competing either for your energy, for where you were, because even though you may have felt like you weren't on the right path at the time, and you weren't, now that you've kind of learned whatever you needed to learn from that, you're on where you're supposed to be. Somebody or something was looking at you like you had more to offer, or you had more things at your fingertips than they did. Okay, there's this competition coming through, and I did a reading really recently. Sorry for the bad grammar, but really recently, and it was comparison is looking at the fact that comparison is a thief of all joy, and this person compared themselves, or maybe their energy was permeating yours and making you compare yourself to them, to others, for example. So obstacles to overcome is here. I'm going to pop this one down. I'm also going to put down beware of great pride. And this one over here, I'm kind of like going to hold on to this and put it onto the side, the one that says you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. I'm going to pop that one on the side and just be aware of that. One or two. Where would you like me to go? Over there. Interesting. Okay, let's go over there. I am going to be ringing a bell. This is just to cleanse the space around us. If you have any type of like sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Someone needs to cleanse their chakras, is what I heard. Cleanse your chakras. Or there's some sort of alignment that you need to do. There's some sort of alignment that you need to do. Tell me about this, please. Walking the child home. Let me just give these a quick shuffle. And I'm hearing the song from a really old sitcom called Dawson's Creek. And in Dawson's Creek, the intro, the song goes, I don't want to wait for this life to be over. And I don't know the rest of the song, but there's something here with maybe the energy of the path that you were on previously was very much about waiting for other people to be ready to collaborate, to work with you, to work. And when I say work with you, not even just in a way of a work setting. It's almost like being in a relationship with somebody who constantly fights against any type of like meeting in the middle ground. And that's what I mean by being tired of waiting for people to work with you, you know, on the same kind of like playing field as you. That seems to be coming through. Now we have here desire coming through, and your dreams need a practical plan, and they're in reverse. So I don't know if maybe this is almost like outgrowing someone, outgrowing something, and it can be outgrowing your south node. Our south node is always chasing us, okay? That's my understanding, is that our south node is always chasing us. In Chinese, from what I have learned, in Chinese culture, it's seen as not the north node and the south node, but the dragon's head and the dragon's tail, and you can't have one without the other, which means as the dragon's head moves forward, so does the tail. The tail is always coming after the head, which means if we sit still, if we just go, oh, I can't bother, I've got no motivation, I'm not doing it, we start to then sit into our south node. Does that make sense? This desire here, desire doesn't have to be just sexual. It can be talking about the desire that we have to I don't know, live our dream, you know, live our dream, work our dream job, be in that dream romantic situation, whatever it may be. Your desires can be a multitude of things. I mean, we do have Saturn. Is that Saturn in the background? Tell me, I swear that's Saturn, isn't it? So Saturn is about life lessons. The number on here is number 8, so we can be looking at Scorpio. We can be also looking at the 5th house, because number 8 is strength. It's a strength card in tarot. We do have here that your dreams need a practical plan in reverse with the full moon in Taurus. So there's something here that you already have been planning. It's something that maybe the plans that you had have actually veered a little bit. They veered off what you were expecting, especially if you have had to move away from a person, a job, a group. And this came up in a reading before. So this is confirmation for someone on whether or not they've done the right thing. I feel like someone has just walked through a portal. Remember that yesterday we had the 222 portal, right? And know that if you're watching my reading and it's not February and you're watching this and it's not 2025, my readings are timeless. If this has found you, it's found you for a reason. If it resonates, it's for you. Only claim the things in here that really resonate for you. The things that don't aren't for you, okay? I'm going to have a quick sip of my drink. We also have the throat chakra coming out as well. It does seem like there were issues that needed to, or problems that needed to be resolved, and maybe not just things that you were working on internally with your inner child. It may have been this kind of idea that we are the generation that breaks generational curses. And this came up in one of my other readings. We are the generation that in our family are the ones that remove those chains. And it's like Daenerys Targaryen, you know, breaker of chains, mother of dragons, hear me roar. There's something here of being able to see the cycles and patterns in other people as well as in yourself. And when you can see that somebody else is not willing to look at their wounds and they're acting from them, we start to distance ourselves. Because there would be a time when we weren't aware of our wounds and we'd be acting from them. And then drama just unfolds, and it keeps unfolding, it keeps unfolding. And we keep having the same lessons happening over and over and over, right? Until we go, oh my gosh, what's this pattern? There's problems to be resolved, especially with these two here with the throat chakra. I don't know if you have spoken your truth to someone, or you just spoken your truth to yourself and it was enough that your vibration changed and that door to that portal opened and you stepped through it. But the thing is, when we say, you know, when you hear people saying you're stepping through a portal, we all kind of like, my idea when I was younger was like a portal was like an actual doorway, and like it's a physical, tangible, you walk through that doorway and, you know, and everyone's stuck on that one side and you're over here on the new one. And it doesn't really work like that. You can have people that are still around you that are not vibrating at the same frequency as you, and you've already walked through that portal. And then there is the timeline shift, isn't there? Where you and that person, or you and those people, or you and that job are still on the same timeline, but you're starting to now shift away. It's starting to break and tear away because this is now the old timeline. And what happens, and this is my experience only, is that this is where the distance comes in. This is where you don't call that person as much, or you start looking for other jobs, or you just don't want to go to all of those family events anymore. And the more that people on this old timeline do not look at their problems, do not look at their, you know, the lack of ambition, for example, or that job doesn't fix whatever issue they have with having high turnover, the more that they are going to be over here and you're going to be over here. And this is what seems to have happened to someone. And with the throat chakra and number 5, change. Absolute change has come in. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. So it does seem that like someone here has either spoken their piece, I heard, or said their piece, or said something here, spoken their truth, or has internalized something in a really healthy way and has just kind of analyzed and gone, okay, I don't have to have this conversation with this person, or I don't have to have this big hoo-ha at work. I can just give in my notice and be like, thank you so much for the time that I've had here, but I need to move on. You know, oh, why are you moving on? Oh, because I've got a promotion. Oh, because, and that may be the reason you got the promotion, but also the place is awful to work at. And it's just, I don't need to have that massive drama with them. I know inside, this is my truth. This is what I'm healing. They have not. I'm going to move on. And it seems to have been the best decision that you could have made. It is the best decision you could have made. And if you haven't made that decision just yet, and you have been thinking about it, and this is the confirmation you needed, here's the confirmation. I'm not telling you that, you know, you need to leave your job. That's a decision that you have to make from your own discernment, right? And I would never tell anyone to leave their job without having another job like lined up. And remember, I am not in any way, shape or form qualified to give anyone any type of like advice on legal, mental, physical, medical, anything. Please speak to a professional about that. I'm going to put this one down next to cracked up dissatisfaction with life. And then the throat chakra goes over next to the throne with position of authority. It's like somebody here really evaluated where they were in life and didn't like a specific aspect and didn't, instead of moaning about it, has just gone, okay, so how do I improve that bit there? We have the, we have the 7th chakra Archangel Uriel coming out. And wow, so you have archangels, you have the violet flame without a doubt protecting you. That 41 connecting down to a 5 is to do with change. So the way that you protect yourself, or who it is that protects you, it has either multiplied or it has changed, but for your benefit, for your highest and greatest good. Cobweb being there with protected from negative forces beyond your control. Now this can be evil eye, this can be the entity of sadness, desperation, worry, you know, lack mentality, or it can literally be someone sending you a monitor spirit. Take it as it resonates. You are protected from this. There's something about the way that you speak, your speech has authority, or your words have authority, and you grab the attention, or there's something with power in how you speak. And what you envision has become very powerful. Your third eye at the moment, you can imagine universes right now. We have hostilities coming out. So obstacles to overcome is that you still have people, places, things around you that may be very prideful, or they're boasting or gloating, or because you've made a decision that's actually separated you from them. It's moved you away from them, and it's moved you away from them with grace. I'm thinking of like someone who is a swan. I'm thinking of like Swan Lake, and when you see those dancers and how very graceful and classy they are in their movements. This is like you being a ballet dancer in Swan Lake and someone like throwing themselves onto stage and trying to tap dance, and then wanting to get the same praise that you do for something that you have taken a very long time to hone in and create. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It's like a bull in a china shop. This is like a bull in a china shop. Okay, what have we got here? Capricorn. Capricorn, dedication to achieve, focusing on resulting from the rules imposed by. So this is why I was giving so many examples to do with work, because this is a work colleague. This is either someone that you have actually left behind, or you have left them behind in the way that they're in the same industry as you, and you have surpassed them in some way. You've surpassed them in some way. And they don't like that. Why do they not like that? Why? Why? Obsession is upside down. So the problems that have been resolved when it comes to what you desire may have been to do with something that you were obsessively doing. It could be that you obsessively picked your skin, pulled your hair. You could have been going to therapy for something here. For someone here, it is a skin issue. There is some sort of skin issue. Number 3 on there in reverse. So this is Gemini. This is also our thought patterns, the way that we speak to ourselves. Obsession being in reverse is overcoming something to do with like devil energy card, overeating, smoking cigarettes, whatever it may have been. This was a big thing. This is a really big thing for someone here. And we have the 2nd chakra, Archangel Ariel, coming out. This could have been whatever it was or is that you're working through. It is connected to family, or it's connected to emotions of teenage years or younger years, walking your inner child home, right? 25 on the clock, as I said that. And someone here has definitely worked out some sort of plan on how to help their inner child, and has seen the pattern, and has seen that that pattern, that dissatisfaction with life in whatever area that may be for you, however minuscule or however big, was something to do with the sacral chakra. It was to do with family. It was to do with youth. Yeah, something that maybe you hadn't spoken on, because you've got Archangel Michael in reverse. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Don't put it down. Okay. Tell me about the throne position of authority, please. You've got miracles coming out. You're a miracle worker. There is something about your voice, your throat. I heard sweet tea. There's a need for someone to drink sweet tea or to gargle with salt water. That may be another way of cleansing your chakras, taking a salt bath, gargling with salt water. You're doing, like, if you haven't got a bath and you've only got a shower, you can get Epsom salts or sea salt and give yourself a good body scrub. Mix it with honey or whatever that may be, and give yourself a good scrub, and then shower yourself down. Tell me about cobweb, please. Manifestation. Okay, so there's definitely this energy of pushing against something that you have manifested in. The more that you're working on yourself, the more that you are taking time to really look at certain parts of your shadow that are both uncomfortable and joyous, the more you are bringing to light some sort of wish or manifestation that I heard from time of past. And the thing is as well is that when we go into our shadow, we're not just accessing the things that are uncomfortable. We're accessing gifts and skills and things that were hidden in our shadow because of fear, because of the way that we were dismissed when we showed it to the world. And this is not just from this lifetime, this is from past lifetimes as well. Something's being accessed here, and I heard access code. Now, manifestation being in reverse, it seems like you have an angel here, or quite a few angels, that are protecting something. They're protecting something for you, and they're also stopping something negative from manifesting. As much as we have to work with that as well. It's not just like, you know, God or Allah, Vishnu, divine source of all, whoever you see as oneness of all, is doing it all for us. We have to be actively participate in our lives as well. We do have the 8th house, which is Scorpio, coming out, and it does, I did say before about Scorpio, I swear it was in this reading. Purification to resurrect, the secrets of, resulting from the power of. So this could be a Scorpio who is feeling hostile towards you, or it could just be that there is someone here that wants to resurrect something. They may, look, you've got communication underneath as well. This person wants to know a secret of yours, or they're going to claim that they have a secret of yours. When we first started this reading, we did have that parrot come out, and it said someone will gossip all about your secrets. And now we have here the Scorpio with secrets and communication. So this person may want to, it's almost like somebody is trying to draw you back in. So this doesn't have to be a person. This could be a job. This literally could be a job, and they're trying to draw you back in, resulting from the power of. Someone's playing like a power game of some sort. Communication, and again, 1-4 condensing down to a 5, big change. It says the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. I think that whoever this may be wishes to communicate with you, and maybe it's almost like what they communicate with you is not actually what they are communicating with themselves. So if someone says, you know, let's talk about so and so and so, and I wasn't really happy with the way that you said this and this, it's almost like they're reading off a script in some way. They're reading off a script in some way. Sage of higher knowledge is coming out, and anxiety. So you have somebody who may see themselves as a sage. They may see themselves as a guru. They may see themselves as a healer. They are interested in something to do with your finances and your creativity. Okay, patiently, what you want, get what you need. Second house is coming out again. Now that communication when it comes to your work, beware of great pride. There's a person or a job that may reach out to you. Someone being very prideful. Someone being very, very prideful. Now I'm going to put down the Sage of Higher Knowledge. No, I've been told not to. Okay, let me pop these back. I'm kind of going to keep this reading short because I am going to my sister's. And I've got to go there for a certain time because I'm dyeing her hair. So I won't be doing this reading for too long. Mercury's come out, the awareness of many thoughts about or from and many words. Now popping this one down over here with obsession in reverse. Yeah, this is, do you know what? Someone's been very, very, I heard clever, but just someone's very aware of their surroundings, of how they connect into their surrounding. There's something about the way that you react or respond to stimuli, and someone's really tapped into their inner child. I really like this. I really like what I'm seeing here. What else do we need to know? Yeah, crown chakra's coming out. We also have the Magician and the Mirror. We have pleasure coming out, and we have healing in reverse. Healing in reverse. And then we have Bride in a Cage. The Bride in the Cage card is always about binding. So it seems like there may have been an energy of trying to bind someone to either a thought pattern, a way of acting. It's almost like binding someone to an illusion, binding someone to one path of some sort, like here's the timeline, stay on that timeline. The crown chakra coming out says the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy to light. So this really, someone's had an upgrade in their crown chakra and also their throat chakra. But this, especially with us having the 7th chakra Archangel Uriel being there, there is an upgrade and there is a higher amount of protection around someone's crown chakra right now. And I think it's because there's a lot of transformation that someone's going through. There's a massive shift that someone's going through right now. And the downloads that you're getting, or the downloads that you will be getting, are there to guide you through this kind of like this shifting phase. I don't really know how to explain it. It's you've gone through that portal, you're on this new timeline, but there's still like this like tearing, almost like tearing or unraveling of the old timeline, of moving away, especially with having this binding card coming out, of kind of like unbinding and leaving what isn't for your highest and greatest good, or what's from your past identity on that old timeline. And that includes people. The Magician and the Mirror has come out here. And I'm putting it down on the 3rd row, which looks at miracles, the throat chakra, and it also looks at the position of authority. Let me drink some more water. I'm so thirsty, my goodness. It seems like this is to do, I'm getting that the things that when you look into the mirror, there's something about how you manifest, Magician and the Mirror, because the Magician manifests through the resources they already have. And there's something about your imagination. Ideas are going to be coming to you. Someone here may want to scry. Someone may want to just look into a mirror and like relax and listen to like really relaxing music, and then allow whatever images play across the mirror or the mirror of your mind to come forward, because it's like you have angels like setting you up in a good way to protect all here, so that information can come through that is just for you, and it's going to bring through some sort of idea. There's some sort, I heard money making idea or abundance making idea. Now pleasure is coming out, and I'm putting it down on the 4th row, which was looking at the cobweb. Protection from negative forces beyond your control. Then you have Archangel Oriel there protecting all over here, and then we have the manifestation in reverse. We also have pleasure. I do think that there is an energy of forcing one to think of things that aren't for their highest and greatest good, because this pleasure card has number 11 on it, and it's next to manifestation in reverse. Whoever this person is, or whatever this job is or competitor in your workforce is, that is feeling hostile or feeling like there's some sort of power struggle here, they may be trying to push towards you energy of either confusion, of distraction, lack of focus. With pleasure being on there, it could be, it doesn't have to be to do with sex. It can also be to do with like dopamine chasing, going online and just buying stuff that you don't need, overeating, I don't know, like eating loads of edibles or whatever it may be. Things that are done for pleasure but aren't always for our highest and greatest good, and may actually harm our bodies or harm our psyche. There's someone here who's really trying to throw you off of that unshedding, that unbinding, so that you can be on that timeline that's very clear. There's something about a clear-cut plan. The plan has now changed, and maybe that's what you're being given in downloads through dreams, through just sleep, because not all of us have vivid dreams. Some of us don't dream, or some of us don't remember our dreams, and that's okay. 36 on the clock. You don't always have to, because what is given to us from, God's source, as so to speak, doesn't always have to be something that we remember, because it's already planted in there. This could be what it is that's coming forward. There's a new plan. This new plan is coming through. Now we have healing here. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. What was I just saying? Oh my gosh, and that's in reverse. And that 29, when you condense it down, that's an 11, right? Yeah, 9 plus 2, the Bronwen. That's an 11. That's our thoughts. And what's on here? 11. It's when we pay attention to our thoughts. So it seems like we have somebody here who is trying to block this. They may be feeling quite blocked themselves. It may be that because you are no longer on the same timeline as them, they can't either bind to you, hold you to a certain... It's like somebody was trying to hold you to a certain expectation. If you were on the same path, if you were walking the same road, and now you're not. And now that you're not walking the same road, they can't manifest through you, or they can't do something here. Bride in the cage coming out. So yeah, this person may want to reach out. There's something here about their communicating with you will give them some access to bind again. We do have 21 condensed now to a 3. So this is about words having power. We were talking about your speech having power, right? Can we wrap this up, please? Because I do need to go. Thank you so much. Archangel Michael is coming out here. Archangel Michael looks at safety, security, permanence, growth. It looks at our root chakra, especially. So this is our inner child. Again, we were talking about walking our inner child home, right? Something here with communicating with your inner child. You've got quite a few angels around you as well. Continue to walk your inner child home. And however you're doing that, oh my gosh, this is my inner child card. Shut the front door, because this looks at the solar plexus and the shadow of the inner child. That's just my understanding from this card with cosmic power on there. And look what we've got here, the 3rd house and the root chakra straight underneath. Yo, you guys, your ideas, your short-term thinking and trips who or what is around you. And then the root chakra. I love this. I absolutely love this. Keep working on your inner child, your root chakra. What makes you feel safe as well? What makes you feel safe? 3939. I'm going to place this one down. And then the root chakra, the number 1, which is the magician in tarot, says the frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our senses of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. I love this. I absolutely love this. This person, whoever this person is, I don't feel like there is spell work that's being sent towards you, even with this binding over here. I feel more that this is somebody who, they're either very, very good. Their words are spells. Their words are spells. This is somebody who might use this type of saying quite a lot. You know, your words are spells. And that's what I'm getting, that this person could be like a public speaker. Or maybe they're a mystic, a seer, a tarot reader, something along those lines. Community is coming out. So this is more than one person. This is a group of people. This could be a job that you were in before. You have here with the trust of a child, fun, romance, and making art, doing it dramatically. So this person may be trying to, I keep saying person because I feel like there is one person out of a group that seems to be leading something. Look. You've already unbound yourself. You've literally unbound yourself. That's etheric cords there. They've been unbound. They're trying to bring them back in, and you unbound them with worthiness, with realizing your self-worth, with realizing your value is not, you know, it's not compared or measured by how other people value you. It's that energy of, you know, someone going, so do you, what number would you give yourself? And you'll always see like some you, like with a microphone asking some girl with like fake lashes that are way too long, and get your fake lashes. I want to get some in there as well. So I am not in any way, shape or form cussing anyone out that has fake lashes, but they always ask a girl that has either way too many on, whatever. And it's always like, do you see yourself as a 1 or a 10? And they'll be like, I'm a 10. And like, really? Why do you think you're a 10? And it's like, why do I have to explain myself to you? I'm a number 100. I'm a million. It's that energy. Someone here was pushing this. You have 14, again, another 5. This changed things. The way that you looked at yourself, the way that you found your self-worth, the way that you loved yourself and set healthy boundaries. You cut cords sharp. Wow, wow, wow. So we have resurrect here, get to the heart of do or die you must. And that's Pluto. And you also have atonement in reverse. You have someone here. They don't feel like they've done anything wrong. They feel like you are the one in the wrong. Like, how could you leave them behind? Or how could you leave that job? Or how could you, because you may have been like a stepping stone to them doing better or doing greater or bringing in more money or something along those lines. And now you've moved through this portal, this 2-2 portal, and you've moved on and you're now on another timeline. They can feel the distance. The distance didn't even happen in a small amount of time, or it didn't happen slowly, excuse me. It just went straight away, like ripping through paper. Like ripping through paper. So this person here is wanting to come back in and they want to instigate something again. They want to instigate something here because you just left. You're done. Done. Bye. See you later. See you flipping later. Virgo is coming out. Methods for the healing power of, the analyzing of, resulting from the perfectionism of. This person could be a Virgo. You've got Virgo and Scorpio coming out strong here. And you've also got Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius, insights to understand, the wisdom of, resulting from the understanding of. So this person may be coming in with Gemini coming out as well. Almost like they want to have a conversation and understand why you walked away from a community, why you walked away from this job, why you walked away from them. But really, as much as they want this understanding, they're also trying to bind you and hook you back into that timeline, into reacting in a certain way, maybe having an argument with them. They don't feel like they've done anything wrong. They don't feel like they need to change. And like we said at the start, when we were talking about the South Node, like the dragon's head and the dragon's tail, if you do not adapt and continue to evolve and have a growth mindset, well, the dragon's tail is going to catch you and then you'll be stuck in it. And then you have to fight your way out of that, because the dragon's head is so far ahead. And you then have to work your way from the dragon's tail all the way up to the dragon's head. If you don't feel like you've done anything wrong or that you need to change in any way, shape or form, then you are falling more and more and more into your south node without even realizing it, right? What you want to be known, what is believed about, use the quickest way and then you've got belief here with 11. So someone's coming in here to try and change your mind over something. They want to change your mind over the fact that you chose you, that you prioritize yourself, that you said no and used no as a full sentence and just like, no, I don't need to explain why I said no. And you're well within your means for doing so. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth. What we were saying, based on our gifts and talents and strong connection to source. Go you, go you, go you, go you. Sorry, I just see the birds outside like waiting for more food. Bring love into this situation. New moon in Aquarius. I think that Spirit is letting you know that your words are very strong. You have very powerful, there's a power behind the words that you use. And to bring love into this situation, it's not saying that you need to even have a conversation with this person. You don't have to have a conversation with an ex-boss, with whoever this may be. You do not need to. You've got joy coming out as well. I've been told to put that one back. There is a need for you to bring love into this situation for yourself. The way in which you react to, you know, if this is confirmation for you with like a community that you used to be part of or a job that you used to be part of, it could be friendship circle that you used to be part of. And if it is bringing out like anger or resentment or making you feel really stressed out, you're being told to be very kind to yourself. Walk your inner child home. Continue to walk your inner child home. And I remember in that dream download, as I was walking with the child, and he was really annoyed. He was so annoyed, like the inner child was a boy, right? And he was really annoyed. And I can remember just listening and using open-ended like questions to give him space to then speak more. You're being asked to do the same thing with your own inner child, because if this is vexing you in any way, and no judgment whatsoever, then this is opportunity for you to kind of like call in your inner child some more and find out why your inner child is vexed about this. What is it about this that makes your inner child feel upset? Not just you, but what is it within your 5-year-old self or your 8-year-old self? What does it remind you of? What experiences have you had when you were a child? You don't have to tell me in any way, shape or form. You do not need to put it down below if you don't feel comfortable. But what experiences have you had that are being triggered? Or what wounds have been created that are being triggered by this experience here, because your inner child is asking you to hold its hand and walk him home. Anything else before I go? Anything else? Yeah, you've got the Cancer coming out. You also have the 12th house. So your feelings, attitudes from the past about, and use your intuition and I think that's just clarity and confirmation of what we were just saying, right? We also have your faith, hidden tendencies and large institutions or overwhelming events coming out. And then your commitment is being tested is upside down. So you need to know that you're not being tested here. This is more about healing. This is about taking time to heal and just, I think it's putting into action the wisdom that you have collected and created over the years of just experiencing life. I hope this has given you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. This was supposed to be a short reading, right? I was supposed to be at my sister's like 10 minutes ago. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.